Chris and Cash Show.
Chris and Cash Podcast.
It is Friday, July 8th, 2016.
Yes,
and,
it is. Yes, it is.
Obviously, we're going to be talking some sports tonight, but before we do, heartfelt condolences to the folks down in Dallas, especially the Dallas Police Department. I know every time one of these attacks happens, President Obama likes to blame law enforcement. He can't blame law enforcement this time because they're the ones getting shot at. So
yeah,
I'm not going to open up a can of worms.
No, but I was going to say, if you're going to, you have to also say condolences to both black families of black neighborhoods.
Sure, but
they were killed, both of those people. The Asian cop, thank God it was an Asian cop for once. Like, I like it when it's not a white cop killing a black person.
Didn't you say that to yourself?
No, I said that when I saw friggin' the guy that killed Trayvon Martin, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
What the hell's that guy's name?
I don't know.
Oh, God, anyways. Well, regardless.
With names.
Zimmerman, George Zimmerman.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like, wait a minute, he's Jewish and he's Hispanic. That's not white, not in our country. In some countries, yeah, sure. You want to call him light-skinned or whatever. He wants to identify as white. That's whatever. But yeah, well, this Asian cop had like a friggin' super racist YouTube video posted out there. So you know, like, I feel bad for the police officer? Sure. You can be pro like don't kill black people and pro don't kill cops. How about we just don't kill people? It's that simple.
No, you know what I want to add to that too? Forget Black Lives Matter. All lives matter.
No, but Black Lives Matter too. I get they say Black Lives Matter because that's left out of all lives matter in most cases. Like, we say all lives matter, but then we don't stick up for, I mean, not me or you specifically, but then black people get like the shaft. Like, they literally get killed way more than white people.
Look at. I understand that slavery was terrible and it was wrong, and they fought for civil rights, and they finally got the civil rights. It was long overdue, but seriously, like, the African American community, this isn't me trying to be a dick or being sensitive. Like, get over it.
But they still get
killed,
over it. Like today.
No, but everyone gets killed. That's my point.
Everybody
gets killed.
It's worse for black people. How do you describe that other than the fact that it's a racist system?
Okay, why don't we look at the crime bracket, and it's consistently African Americans who are perpetrating the most crimes. No one ever talks about that.
They definitely.
Yeah, but you know what? I get the whole, like, oh, they're from lower income brackets and you're more susceptible to commit crimes and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But look, this is sports.
They get pinched way more.
That's fine.
And I don't even know.
That just tells me they're not smart.
Does it, though, or is it that they're targeted? Because white people supposedly do as many drugs and sell as many drugs as black people.
Was Aaron Hernandez targeted for being Hispanic, or was he just an idiot that left the body like a mile from his house with his fingerprints everywhere?
Well, he's an idiot.
Right. How do you know that all these black people aren't Aaron Hernandez's? You don't. So just leave it at that.
But every Ginn is like, this is masterminded killing bodies. Like,
it's like that. It's like,
put him in the bottom of the lake.
It's like that line in
Sleeps with the Fishes. No.
It's like that line in Office Space where Michael Bolton goes, you know what I can't figure out? How come these stupid Neanderthal mafia guys can be so good at crime? And smart guys like us could suck so badly at it.
Yeah, I can't buy that.
We're new to it, though. I mean, if we had more experience. Oh, also, today is July 8th, and that also happens to be the 92nd birthday to my Uncle Leo, still going strong.
Oh, this is his birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
92. Son of a bitch is going to outlive all of us.
92.
So,
congrats to him.
Oh, yeah. Not many people get to see 92.
Shit, though. You can have him listen to the podcast.
No, you know what the thing is? Like, before that heart procedure, he was clearly, like, slowing down and was, like, accepting it.
Now he's speeding up.
No, now he feels better. And he's like, that son of a bitch.
Well, if you're going to say he acts younger than you, that's not hard. Like, you act like you're 107. So.
Whatever. Leo's like, that son of a bitch.
Leo's probably like, Scotty, walk faster.
No, Leo's better, but he still lost a step from, like, a few years ago, but that makes sense. All right, so we are going to talk about sports tonight, I promise. Do you
Tomorrow?
want to? No.
UFC 200. You don't care. Awesome, though.
Oh, yeah. Yours truly will be at the Sox game tomorrow in the monster seats.
Yeah, UFC 200 tomorrow, though. Like I said, you don't care. You said you want to talk sports. UFC 200. UFC 200's tomorrow. It's a big bout. It's sports. Tomorrow, UFC 200.
Why? Because I'm going to the Red Sox game?
No, you just don't like the UFC. We talk about tennis.
Oh, I thought you
want to talk about tennis.
We can
Talk about soccer.
No, I'm not talking
The
about
Euros. My favorite team, Portugal.
I haven't been
In
off
the finals against France.
I haven't been off all week like you, so I haven't had a chance to watch all this shit. It all happened. This is why nobody cares. It's in the middle of the day. That's why it's in the middle of the day, because no one cares.
Some of it. I mean, people care about soccer. So you don't care about soccer.
I think soccer's horrendous. It's terrible.
Right. I care about
That's great.
tennis. I mean, Federer's my favorite player, but
Yeah, and he lost. He gagged.
he did lose. He didn't gag. He just
I heard he gagged. I didn't watch it.
he got beat. The other guy was better for most of the actual friggin' round. Number one. That's why I took him in 5 sets. But he also was clear. He's going to be 35. He's clearly too old.
Yeah, that's fine.
The other guys, tennis players like die at 29. Like
For the record, I don't hate tennis like I hate soccer. I'll watch.
I know
I'll
you-
watch it casually, and it's like good to watch in a lot of instances. But I'm not hardcore. I don't follow it. Like,
well, I
religiously.
watch it. I watch the majors and I watch
Like if there's like nothing on in
last few
the
rounds.
if there's nothing on in the summer and there's a tennis match on, like sure I'll watch it.
I watch it.
Yeah,
Andy Murray's probably gonna win.
I don't know who that is, but sure.
He's the 4th best player of this generation.
Okay.
There's like 3 generational guys that are nasty. You know who Roger Federer is.
Yeah, like
You know who Rafael Nadal is.
yeah,
Do you know who Novak Djokovic is?
I know who Maria Sharapova is.
Okay.
The best is she's like on the juice. I'm like, yeah, I don't care if she cheats. She's
Anyways,
hot.
in a normal, well, I shouldn't say normal because I don't know if there's any such thing as.
Oh, who's the other one who's like sucked? She couldn't play tennis, but she was smoking. What the hell was her name?
She was also.
Anna
Let's say
Kournikova.
also a Russian.
Yeah. Yeah, she couldn't play a lick, but she was smoking.
But Andy Murray has 2. He has 2 major wins.
I don't care if it's Andy Murray or Bill Murray. I mean, if it's
I don't know how good Bill Murray is. Bill Murray's really good in the movie Wild Things. He's really good in Caddyshack, but
he's good in everything he's in. He's Bill Murray.
he touches it, turns to gold. They should. Okay, really quick. We're gonna talk about the Kevin Durant thing. The Celtics should have taken Bill Murray with them.
Even though he's a Bulls fan.
Doesn't matter. Told you, Larry Bird should have went. Like a lot of people.
We're gonna get into that in earnest.
Look at that. And yeah, I know you don't care about soccer, but soccer's awesome, dude.
Soccer is.
I mean, if Ronaldo wins with Portugal
Al Horford had his
in the final, and he plays, or even if he just plays really well, he's probably going to get us.
Al Horford had his press conference today.
And said Boston's destination.
No.
He did though.
No, okay, that's not what I'm getting at.
Okay.
I would have been more interested, like, going to the restroom and seeing Al Horford take a leak in a urinal and like.
You just want to see his dick. That's what you're telling me. This is what Scotty's saying, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
He wants
I'd
to see
like-
his dick. Scotty's like, I'd rather watch Al Horford piss on me, golden shower, so I can see how big his dick is. I'm like, no one cares.
Okay, well, all right, forget that. I would rather see Al Horford take a leak in a urinal and like friggin' pop a couple of Tic Tacs and check his breath and watch a soccer game. Okay. All right. Okay.
No. But you're gonna watch that for an hour and a half over a soccer game?
Yeah. Yeah. I try to pick out like new like I would like study the aesthetics and see like what did he differently this time as opposed to the like I don't like soccer. I don't like it. And I don't know why you keep torturing me bringing up soccer.
All right, whatever. So we'll skip soccer. We'll skip all the cool stuff.
No, you can talk about soccer for like.
Well, Chandler Jones' brother is basically.
Dude,
I don't know if he's going to be.
You can talk about.
Ruined,
Listen
but
to
he
me.
got
Listen to
tested
me.
positive. You know that, right? John Jones
Yeah, I
is
heard
positive.
it. His brother's a knucklehead.
That family's a knucklehead.
Total knucklehead. One overdoses on fake weed, and the other one like fucking beats the shit out of people and tests positive for drugs and does all that shit.
The Mets are getting killed though, huh? Injury wise.
I love it. I hate the Mets. It's great.
I don't dislike the Mets.
Oh, I hate the Mets.
Nothing against the Mets.
I hate the Mets.
They're getting destroyed though. All the young arms
the
are
way-
basically like.
By the way, Buck. This is a Buck Showalter.
I knew he meant, but
Can you get Baldo Jimenez out of that fucking rotation before you blow the fucking division?
we'll trade you Buckholz for him.
No. We'll trade you Baldo Jimenez and his friggin' mammoth contract, who they didn't give to Mike Messina, by the way. They give it to Baldo Jimenez. We'll trade you Baldo.
It's like 20 years different time period though.
We'll trade you Baldo Jimenez for like John Farrell. Like he can be our.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely trade him to you.
He could be our pitching coach.
Well, dude, that helps us though. Like twice. Like we get a better pitcher than some of the pitchers we already have, even though you don't like him.
No, he's awful.
I understand that. He's still better than some of the pitchers we have.
They're down 9-3 right now.
Right, but he's still better than some of the pitchers
he's not.
we have.
No, he's not.
But he is.
No,
though.
he's not.
That's how sad it is.
I watch him every game.
He's not better than Buckholz?
Yes. Will you?
Is he better than Buckholz?
Yes. No, he's not.
He's not better than Buchholz.
No, he's not.
So you're telling me Buchholz is better than him?
Ubaldo, an inning and a third, 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts. His ERA is 7.38.
Yeah, what's Buchholz?
It's not 7.5.
I know, it's probably 17,000 million.
No. Ubaldo was this close, like this far away. My finger is about half an inch apart from being infinity that we talked about last week.
You can't be infinity. Once you get out, you can't be infinity. It's too bad. Infinity.
Yeah, he got 4 outs, but he gave up like 8.
Look, I don't know Buchholz's ERA nowadays, but I know he's absolutely horrible. I would trade you Buchholz for Ubaldo straight up right now.
Deal. Done. Call Dan Duquette. Call the Duke.
Give them both a change of scenery.
All right, seriously. What do you
Maybe
do?
I should go to the stats. I thought the stats were on the bottom.
Yeah, everything's up here.
Hey, Buchholz.
What's his ERA? Guarantee you it's lower. It has to be lower.
Oh, 5.91.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, 2 whole runs lower. So yeah,
Wow.
we'll take him. We'll take him.
Not 2 whole runs.
We'll take him. Well, just about 2 runs. Just about.
I'm running some change.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to start with Horford, KD? Where do you want to go?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, choose.
Start with NBA free agency.
All right.
People got paid like $1 bajillion.
Surprised by Dwayne Wade leaving Miami for like an extra $3 million a year.
No, he took so many pay cuts in Miami. He was like, I got to get paid, and they were like, no, and he's like, but I'm better than the rest of your team other than one guy. I got to get paid.
$20 million isn't enough.
No, he wanted 25 or 30 million. Yeah,
I don't think he's that kind of player anymore.
He's not. But the thing is Matthew Dellavedova worth his money?
No, but also too,
Solomon Hill, Scotty, a guy that averaged 2 points per game, got like $40 million over 4 years. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. People that you haven't heard of,
yeah,
that you don't know are in the league.
And
that's because the system is not broken, but there's too much money.
Yeah, and you know what the thing is? The rumor was the cap was going to go up even higher next year.
It's going to be
no. It's going to go down.
It's going to go up again next year. It's going to go down after that. No. Next year it goes up.
Next year it's lower.
Next year it goes up. 2 years from now it goes down.
Are you sure that's how it works?
Yeah, positive.
Then what's even the point of raising it next year? If they're just going to lower it.
It's just based on revenue.
So they can see into the future that they're going to lose money 2 years.
They have certain.
They're like, oh, Durant signed with Golden State. We're going to lose so much money. Oh, we're going to lose.
No. They have certain contracts that go for X amount of time, and they know that this year's and next year's contracts are worth more money than they were before. And then the year after that's going to go down to probably like a more stabilized number. This year and next year, way too much money. It's like the Wild West out there, and I don't mean like the Western Conference. I mean like the fact that it was like, oh, look at all these mediocre players.
Not Barack Obama's presidency, like the NBA.
Barack Obama's a good president.
He is the worst president.
Listen, he's going to be guaranteed. He's going to be better than either Trump or Hillary. I don't even want to get into the Hillary stuff.
Hillary, I'll give you. Trump, I think.
Oh, he's going to be way better, dude. Trump is going to like cut off every baseball player's leg or something like. To build a wall. You have no idea what he's doing, okay?
Dude, I don't think he's...
No one knows any idea what he's doing.
He's not nearly as volatile as everyone's making him out to be.
Yeah, he is, and he's an idiot. I watched his speech the other day. He said, I give good speech. I was like, what is that, like giving head?
Well,
I give good speech. I was like, well, what does that mean, I give good speech?
Yeah, but he has the best words.
I have the best words. I give good speech or whatever. I was like, this dude can't speak English.
Oh, by the way, since we're talking about NBA free agency, what the fuck are the Bulls doing?
Okay, Solomon Hill. Got a 4-year, I thought it was $40 million. 4-year, $52 million deal. Okay?
That's even more.
4-year, $52 million deal. We're going to look at his stats from last year, okay?
I didn't even know, for the record, I didn't even know who this guy was.
I have a question for you, Scotty. Oh, sorry, it was more than 2 points per game. What was his per game average last year?
10.2.
No.
Oh, sorry, looking at the wrong one. I was looking at per 36. 4.2.
4.2 points per game. How many rebounds?
2.8.
How many assists?
1.
So a guy that got 4.2 points.
He's still better than Kelly Olynyk.
2.8 rebounds and 1 assist per game.
Still better than Kelly Olynyk.
Just got a 4-year, $52 million contract.
Still better than Kelly Olynyk. Still
right,
better.
But you could have signed you could have signed Buchholz and he would give you that.
Again, I ask you again, what are the Bulls doing? All we heard for months is, we want to get younger. We want to make a Jimmy Butler's team. They got rid of Derrick Rose.
Supposedly they might be trading Jimmy Butler.
Hold on. They got rid of Derrick Rose. They got rid of Pau Gasol. They got rid of Joakim Noah.
Okay, that makes you younger.
And you signed Dwayne Wade? Really?
That's one old guy though.
Rondo, who's 30, almost 31.
Rondo's 30.
He's going to be 31
He's
midway
still
through
younger
next
than
year.
Pau Gasol, and he's still younger than Joakim Noah, isn't he?
Barely.
And he's
I'm just saying.
in
Dwayne Wade's what? 33.
in body years, he's way younger than friggin' Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is like 8. Your Uncle Leo's more spry than Derrick Rose right now. Derrick Rose just pulled something. I mean, you saw all the memes, like Derrick Rose Knicks jerseys, and it was just a bunch of suits. Like, he's never going to play. He isn't. He's not the same player. I'd love for him to come back to any semblance of who he was, but Rondo might be better right now than Rose is.
So you're buying this whole thing that Jimmy Butler's going to become available now?
Well, that's what I heard that he was, yeah. I heard they're looking to trade him for Jahlil Okafor and something else from the Sixers. That's what I heard.
Why would Philly do that, though?
I don't know. Why would any of these teams do anything?
Why would the Bulls do that?
90% of these GMs in the league are just horrible. Horrible. That's why Bill Simmons, I used to love reading him, and he just makes fun of all the GMs. Like, they're all horrible, and it's true.
Dude, Danny, we killed Danny for certain things. Danny's an upper echelon GM, whether we want to.
He is an upper echelon GM.
He's like a top. He's like a top 10 GM.
Borderline top 5. Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's go through Popovich.
He's not a GM.
Isn't he the GM?
No.
Doesn't he have a say in player personnel?
He's not the GM.
What's
What's his name's the GM? Oh, God. Buford? Who is he the GM of?
By the way, technically, Myers is the GM in Golden State, but we all know that Jerry West is running the show out there.
Yeah, Buford. Honestly, Buford. He's by far one of the best GMs in the league.
Looks like an idiot.
Oh, 'cause he's goofy looking?
Yeah, he looks like a goon. I can't stand him.
Presti's a good GM, even though he's got screwed.
I can't stand him, but Pat Riley is right up there.
Pat Riley's an incredible GM. One of the greatest GMs ever.
Very good GM.
Phil Jackson's not a great GM. Let's throw that out there. I mean, he built like a team. Like if it was only, I know what he needs. He's gonna buy a time machine next and go back 5 years ago when he has a championship contender.
Phil Jackson being exposed. That's like the one good thing that's come true for me.
Knicks fans are like, oh my God, look at our team. We got Noah.
That's a great team if it's 2011.
That's what I'm saying. We got Noah. We got Carmelo. We got Derrick Rose. I'm like, yeah, but they're not. None of them are good. Like,
all right, and we're gonna start right now. We're gonna start talking about the Kevin Durant stuff. So that calls for a beer. Would you like one, sir?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
I do want to note it. We'll go into Al Horford real quick first.
You want to talk? Well,
He was probably the second best player.
I wanted to say
I don't count LeBron. He wasn't a free agent.
he was staying in Cleveland
Right.
the whole time. That doesn't count.
We're not counting guys that were never leaving where they stayed.
Right.
That's completely different. Out of actual free agents and people that left, Horford's the second best player out of all of them.
Easily. And
like I was telling you, Wick came out and said that the Celtics finished runner-up in the Kevin Durant thing. I had heard from a guy that I know that supposedly knows a brother of one of the OKC players.
Chris Broussard.
No, not Chris Broussard. And he said that Durant had contacted and met with all his OKC teammates and gave them all watches and said he wasn't coming back the night before he made his decision. So it was between Golden State and the Celtics. Now, a bunch of people called this kid a liar that I know. But then the next day, he goes to Golden State, and it's come out that the Celtics were second, so maybe that is a true story.
Yeah, but if you're Wick and you were really fourth, it doesn't sound better if you finish second. There's no way to substantiate it or verify it.
I guess KD could. Oh, this beer's super skunked.
Are you serious?
Yeah, mine is. I'll still drink it.
Dude, I bought this like a week ago for 4th of July.
I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying it's skunked.
Mine tastes fine. Here, you want to switch? Here.
No, it's fine. I'll drink it. I'm just saying. If
All
we
right.
go away in a few weeks and I have a bunch of Bud Lights, they're going to be skunked. So.
Oh, by the way,
Probably.
just so you guys know, in a couple weeks from now, I know it's customary for us to do this on Friday night. Probably going to have to do it on Thursday night in a couple weeks.
Well, Saturday night. Do it up in New Hampshire.
Dude, I'm not bringing the friggin' laptop up there. We'll just do it Thursday. It's
No,
the
we'll
easiest
do
way.
it on the thing. No.
No!
I want to have people around. Have a bunch of contributors. We'll have a real friggin' big show.
Oh, you wanted
Without the big O.
the big show without the big O? We should
with a
invite
bunch of different people.
We should invite the big O. We'll tell him we got like barbecue. He'll come up.
Why? The big O like comes up to my nutsack. Like, short little guy.
Dude, we gotta get Pete. We gotta get Pete on here as like a third wheel.
Pete Shepard.
Even though he'd just take over the whole fucking show.
John Halama.
John Halama. The Orioles taking on the Red Sox tonight at Comerica Park.
No, the
All
Celtics
right.
came in second. Kevin Durant.
Well, you know what? I tell you what. Let's start with Horford, and then we'll move on to Durant.
Well, that's all there is about Horford. He's the second best player. That's
Hold
it.
on a second.
It's good. I'm happy about it.
Look at it.
It's not great.
Look at it.
We still have a max contract to give out.
I
next
get
year.
it. I get it.
Better free
Look.
agents next year.
Look at it. Hold on.
This
I
Jaylen
said-
Brown kid can really play.
He doesn't play. He's missed the last 2 fucking Summer League games.
Yeah, but before that, he was fine.
Yeah, he got to the line. He scored 16 points, 14 of them from the foul line, and he missed half of his foul shots. That's great.
So you're mad that the kid's gets
No,
the line all the time?
I think it's great that he is assertive and drives to the hoop, but like he can't finish. He can't hit foul shots. He can't hit outside shots. He is an average at best rebound. He did have a couple of nasty blocks on Simmons, so I guess that's pretty good. Even if he can give them, let's say like they had signed Durant and Horford, if he gave them like a Tony Allen-like role, like a defensive impact off the bench for a championship team, then that's fine. But if that's his ceiling, then that's a bad pick.
Supposedly that's not his ceiling. Supposedly that's his floor. Supposedly.
Right, that's why they say supposedly.
Right.
All right.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that's the floor.
Look, okay. Do you really expect this kid to like make several All-Star teams? To call it like 5+ All-Star teams?
No, I don't expect any player ever picked to make 5+ All-Star games.
You don't think Ben Simmons is going to make All-Star teams?
What if he? I do. What happens if he blows out his leg?
Well,
Look at Derrick Rose. Has he even made 5+ yet?
This is assuming no injuries too. Come on.
Oh, okay. So all players are now healthy from now on.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
Kevin Garnett never got hurt. 3-peat. But I do want to talk about the Horford signing a little bit. Now, as recently as like a week and a half ago, I said to you in the email, we can prove it. I said, Chris, they're going to give him a max deal, and it's a mistake because he's not a max player. He's 30 years old. He's regressing as a post player and a rebounder. Not so much as a defensive player. He's still really good defensively. And I think he's going to make... Look at, does he make the Celtics better? He absolutely does. Absolutely he does.
Yay, 50 wins.
Well, they're going to go from probably 48 to 54, 55 wins.
They're not going to win that many. No.
As currently constituted. Yeah, they will.
Oh, no, they won't.
Yeah, they will.
No, they won't. The
Yeah,
East
they
got better. They're not going to win that many games.
Yeah, they will.
They should have probably won 40 last year. They won 51 games. 51.
They're not going to win another 4 games.
No, they're not going to win more than 52. 52 and 1, no.
Who got better? The Pacers clearly got better.
Knicks got better, even though I don't think they're good.
I think they could be worse.
The Bulls are better.
Those personalities on that team,
The Knicks?
Carmelo and Derrick Rose are going to be punching each other over
Okay,
the
but
ball.
they have Porzingis and Noah. Then they have Carmelo and Derrick Rose. Then they have Courtney Lee. That's a better team than they were before. Way better. Do I think they're going to win 60 games? No, but could they win 45 games? Sure. Why not?
Bill Jackson, Executive of the
Yeah.
Year.
But my point is the East actually did get better.
Okay.
I'm not saying the East got good.
All right.
The West actually got worse. I mean, we'll talk about this when we talk about KD. There's 2 teams in the West. And it's really like one team and then like the ghost of another team. Okay?
Well, we don't know what Duncan's going to do. Not that it matters. I think
He's like 75,000 years old. He should retire. I get it.
All right. Horford signing, I think it has, and I think you agree, it has more significance off the floor than it actually does on the floor. The perception for as long as any of us could remember, the Celtics have never signed a legitimate free agent. It depends on your point of view whether or not Al Horford is a legitimate free agent, but the bottom line is, I think a 5-time All-Star in his prime was going to get a max deal from somebody. Durant hadn't signed, and on his own free will, he chose Boston.
Well, Solomon Hill's getting whatever that was, $12.5 million a year.
Yeah.
Horford's going to get a max contract.
Yes.
That's what I try to explain to you in this NBA, especially with the rise in salary cap. Like, everyone's a max contract player.
Chris, I
The
understand.
fact Rondo didn't get a max contract
Chris,
is shocking.
I understand why. I just think it's insane. That's been my point. I understand why it's happening. I just think it's nuts.
There's only so many players.
There's too many teams. That's the problem.
It has nothing to do with being too many teams.
There's too many teams.
Well, the salary cap will be the same. Or team arguments are relevant. Okay, for a minute.
Too many teams.
This isn't football. There's not 53 players. It's 12. Some of you guys get paid shit because they're rookies or they're garbage players. That makes the top 30 of players all friggin' max contract guys, especially in the current giant jump of salary cap. That means like the top third of the league right now should be max salary guys because, well, a max salary is different for different people too, depending on how long they've been in the league, all that kind of jazz. But
and if they were signed with their team, they got more money.
Yeah, but you get the extra year with the Larry Bird rights.
Yeah,
but the whole point is like it just doesn't. The money has to go to somebody. The teams have a floor too. They have a cap and a floor on what they have to spend. So you have to spend like X. And you can't spend more than Y.
Ainge wants to be like $20 million below the floor.
Yeah, but you can't. So
because I just want to sign like 8 max guys.
And so what did he next year? He's gonna have to go sign 1 max guy, and he's gonna have to, and that's it. There's better free agents next year.
Yeah.
So he's gonna sign a max guy next year. Then you're gonna hope some young guys and draft picks pan out. Because if they don't, you ain't never winning shit anyways.
Look at the Jalen Browns, the AJ Hunters, the Terry Roziers, the James Youngs. Realistically, if one of those pans out and becomes a borderline all-star, you're happy. I don't think they're going to. I don't think any of them going to. If you're going to ask me right now who has the most potential to become that guy, I would probably say Rozier.
Well, he's been playing good in the summer league.
Yeah, but again, it's everyone. As I said,
no.
Everyone plays good.
Means
everyone plays good in the summer league. Kelly Olynyk was tearing shit up 3 years ago in the summer league. And I was telling everyone.
I think he's still tearing shit up in the summer league. They're making him play.
Dude, he's fucking bum. He is so bad. By the way, bringing him to the Kevin Durant meeting couldn't really help their chances.
No.
That cancels out bringing Tom Brady.
Michael Felger said that, but you and I had already said that before. That cancels out and ruins it.
We always do. But put a number on it, Chris, for me. 1 through 10. The significance of the Horford signing as Boston being a legitimate destination for free agents. A, based on the current state of the team. So the Celtics are a good team. That has to play into it. If they were garbage, I doubt Horford would have signed here. And B, wanting to come here because it's cold and they don't care about the history. Like, put a number on it, 1 through 10. The significance and how this helps them in the future for landing free agents.
7.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
Okay.
I think if Durant had signed, it's a 10.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna preface that with saying that Durant also heavily looking into the Celtics.
It helps a little.
Helps as well.
A little bit.
So overall, we'll say the two of them combined are an 8.
Yeah.
Durant looking, well, the fact that
it helps it a little bit. I keep hearing that. The very fact that they were in Durant's final 3, that the stigma's gone forever. I don't buy that. I mean, you got to land the guy.
I'm not saying it's gone forever, but the fact that you landed Horford and he was heavily considering. This is what you and I have talked about before, and I've explained to many people. Celtics have never been in the market for a premier free agent.
Because they either had an all-star team
or they didn't have cap space.
Or they were just piss poor and no one would ever want to go.
And they had no cap space. So either they had no cap space so they couldn't afford anybody. They were already nasty so they couldn't afford nobody. Or they were a horrible team so no one would come here. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no situation where they were kind of good and they had a good coach and they had a pretty good team and all these stud free agents just said, no, F you, Boston sucks.
Well, that
never happened.
You got to remember, in the 1980s, Bird and McHale were 2 of the top 5 paid players in the league. They were I think Bird was actually Kareem may have been the highest paid player.
50s and 60s, they need to sign free agents?
Well, there was no free agency.
Correct. Okay. 70s, how were they in the 70s?
But even then, Russell was the highest paid player in basketball.
How were they in the 70s?
70s, I mean, they had Collins, they had Havlicek. They
won a couple titles.
They should have won more, but they did win a couple.
They brought Archibald in.
That was the late 70s, but yeah.
But yeah. So were they going to be in free agency wasn't the same?
But you know what? That's the other thing. I have yet to hear a player who was lukewarm about Boston came here and didn't love it and didn't want to stay.
No one.
Evan Turner said basically I didn't want to leave Boston, but it was just too much money. I couldn't say no.
Right. That's why I told you.
Which probably makes Portland feel like shit.
Kendrick Perkins literally was telling KD every day, this place is awesome. It's the best place to play. It's incredible. But there's nothing like Boston. All the time. KG says that all the time now. KG said that, Chauncey Billups said that to him. It was Chauncey Billups when he was going over there. So everyone knows it's a great place to play.
Well,
Horford said that as much when in his.
well,
press
you know what?
conference.
With Garnett, it was different. It was different people. I mean, it was Chauncey, yeah, but you know, he asked McHale about it. He asked Antoine Walker about
Oh,
it.
of course he asked multiple people.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Chauncey Billups, a guy that played almost his entire career in where? Detroit.
Well, he was in Toronto for a while. He was in Detroit. He was in Denver. I mean, he was kind of like, but everyone's going to remember him as a Piston.
That was the majority of his career.
The height of his career, right? In Detroit.
How long was he in Boston?
Half a season.
Okay, but
Thanks,
he raved
Rick.
about how awesome Boston was.
Mm-hmm.
So if a guy that was there for half a season raves, that's what's up.
Look, am I partial? Yeah, because this is where I'm from, the Celtic fan. I grew up here. I don't think there's a better basketball town in the country than Boston. I really don't. I don't, all things considered. I think you talk about great basketball cities in the country. I mean, I think it's Boston. I think it's Portland, which is like the high school basketball team out there. Philadelphia.
Philly's good. New York's good.
Philly, even though they're going through absolute hell right now. New York. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some good basketball towns. I think Boston's the best one. Chicago, obviously, but see, we're very lucky because Boston is one of those I would call every town, like every sport town.
Yeah.
Meaning that all four sports are big in Boston, just like New York, even though they have like 500 teams. Philly, Chicago, like places like that, every sport is big. So.
Well, I think Boston's the best sports town in the country. But a lot of people think it is.
Hard to argue.
Now, you can say I'm biased. I don't think I'm biased. I try to be realistic. Boston, we don't have nice weather. We don't have beautiful women. We don't have a ton of fun shit to do. We have great sports. We have really good food. We're smarter than the rest of you fucks. And we're not as racist. And that's how it goes. That's it.
We're not going to get into that comment.
No, I'm just saying realistically. Those are not like crazy things to say.
I seriously just,
We have shitty roads and horrible driving. We have great seafood. Like, these are real things.
I seriously have a problem with that. Like, Boston isn't nearly as racist as some of the other cities that we're talking about.
No, it's not as racist as many places. The only thing that makes it look racist is movies say stuff about it. Same with shows. Like, even in The Departed. You're a black guy in Boston, you're fucked. It's like,
Oh, Anthony Anderson?
yeah, it's like black guys in Boston probably are like,
Well, Leo
thank God I'm not in Mississippi.
DiCaprio, I love the guy. He's one of my favorite actors, but he is a Laker fan, so keep that in mind. I think
No,
you
I
probably
know,
put
but that
that
was
line
mine,
in there.
Scorsese. No, he put that in there.
Well, Nicholson co-starred, and we all know that Jack's a Laker fan, but
No, there's a lot of Boston guys in that movie, though.
yeah, they are. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon,
Wahlberg.
well, I would say Wahlberg, yes.
By the way, anyone who thinks that Boston's like the most racist city in the country, go to St. Louis, Missouri.
No, go anywhere.
No.
Go to Ohio, go to Kentucky,
No,
go anywhere.
specifically go to St. Louis. The North is black, the South is white. There's a big fucking dividing line. Like, literally. I was scared. Okay?
But regardless, let's talk about Kevin Durant for a second.
Alright, so the Horford signing, you can live with it?
Yeah, it's fine. We still have a ton of money. We have at least one max contract to give out next year, plus probably another good-sized contract.
Mm-hmm. So you like what the Celtics are, all things considered?
No. Because I don't like them being stuck in the middle, but there's nothing Danny could do.
Yeah.
He could sign Horford and go after Durant. I'm pretty sure he didn't say, I hope I get Horford, but not Durant.
Question. Is it possible that he signed Durant, signed Horford as a panic move, as a desperation move to get Durant?
No.
Or do you think he really wanted him?
I think he wanted Horford, but that he knew that Horford would help get Durant.
So you don't...
I don't think it was a panic move. Look, we're not better off if we don't have Horford right now. Then we're just trying to sign 2 All-Stars next season. That's it.
So you say you're better off having one in the fold now?
You might as well. Like, am I happy? No, because this is the NBA where once you're stuck at 50 wins and you're a fucking first or second round knockout every year, you can't get better. Like, all we need to do is if we get one more like mediocre All-Star next year, then we're officially the Memphis Grizzlies of the East. Like, that's it. Like, we're like, oh look, our team of really good players everywhere, but we're just never gonna make it anywhere.
All right.
You need one stud at least. We just can't.
Now we're talking. We'll switch to KD now.
Fuck KD.
Very, very disappointed in him. I thought he was different. I thought he was genuine when he said, I want to stay there. One thing I've learned from everything I've seen, everything I've read since Monday, he had no intention of staying there. He knew he was gone. So,
well, this is my problem with it. Okay.
Oh, that it ruins the league?
Well, no, it does ruin the league, but we don't know.
By the way, Adam Silver, he's the guy I feel the worst for, because ever since he took over, he said basically without saying it like a few weeks ago, like, I really hope Durant doesn't go to Golden State because that would be a disaster. He didn't come out and say it like that. He's been saying since he took over, I'd really like to end all these super teams and have it more balanced and have there be more parity. This throws a huge fucking monkey wrench into everything.
Well, number one, he's going to have to make some rules against it then, like teams above 60 wins can't sign free agents or something. Because there's no other way to do that.
Well, the only way you can do it is to abolish free agency, which isn't going to happen.
Right.
That's the only way.
There's got to be like crazy restrictions on free agency, which isn't going to happen.
Unless you got really creative with it and like you're only allowed one max player, it would force the other team, force that X player to like take less money. Like, there's only so much you can do though.
Right.
That's why Durant wanted to go there badly enough. He would have played for $5 million.
Now look, I was more mad with LeBron because he basically created his own team. Like, he built a team. He literally went out and built a team.
I'm going to be defending LeBron in a minute, but
well, that's fine. I'll give you the what's worse about LeBron and what's worse about Kevin Durant. LeBron built his own team. LeBron went on national TV and was a fucking douchebag.
He was more douchey about it.
He was full of douchebaggery, and then he had a parade talking about how many championships he was going to win.
I want not to, but you know what?
It's Wade's house. It's LeBron's kingdom. It's Bosch's pit. No, that's ridiculous.
Listen, from a PR sense, LeBron was worse.
Way worse. But this is what's worse about Durant.
But from a pure basketball standpoint and competitive standpoint, what Durant did was way worse.
Yes, and I'll tell you why.
Way worse.
Durant,
way worse.
Number one, if I'm ever on your fucking team for anything, and we come really close to fucking winning, and we lose to another team, and you go join that team, I might fucking stab you in the dick and then in the fucking forehead. Because you don't fucking do that to somebody. After going 2-7, this is why I was pissed at Ray Allen. I told you this. When Ray Allen left the Celtics to go to Miami.
Hold on, so you and I gotta really take off as a show, and then I'm just gonna go join like Mike Francesa.
No, but yeah, no. If like we were like second in ratings to Mike Francesa, and he barely beat us, and then you went to join his show, I'd fucking kill you. Yes,
it'd be huge.
That's how it happened. So when Ray Allen and they went to Game 7, they lost the Heat, and it's that close.
That's different, and I'll tell you why.
No,
go ahead.
It is a little different, but still, you do not go leave that team to go to the team that just fucking beat you. Now, what Durant did was
hold on a second. Let me interject.
Hold on, no.
Let me interject. Let me interject.
Fine.
Really quick.
Interject, you rat bastard.
Rat bastard. What? Look at Ray left a team that was clearly the window had closed. Durant's window is wide open still. For one more year. Just go one more year.
No, as much as Ray isn't the same, because he's a lot lesser of a player at the time, he closed the window. The window was closing.
If he stayed,
he could have stayed, and they could have lifted that window a bit. And you know what he did? He closed the window, put the lock on, said thank you, and then left and went straight to the Heat.
No.
So go fuck yourself. Go fuck Ray Allen. Now what KD did was KD left to a team that just beat him in 7. When number one, that team should never beat him in 7 because that's his own fault. Because he was up 3-1. If he could have had one good game in those last 3, they would have won. But he didn't.
Could have had a good last fourth quarter.
He didn't perform. Right, he didn't perform.
In Game 6.
That's on him. So then he left his team to go to the team that beat him. Dick move, pussy move. Would never fucking want anyone that was my teammate in anything to do that. Number 2, went to a 73 fucking win team.
Yep.
I don't know if a top 5 player in the league has ever gone to a 60-plus win team. A top 5 player in the league? He's probably top 3, top 2. Maybe he's the best player in the league. I don't know. He's not.
He's not better than him.
But what's he? A top 2, top 3 player in the league?
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
At worst, probably
3.
Maybe you could say 4. Maybe you want to say Westbrook and Curry better than him. I don't care.
Top 3.
Whatever you're going to say. Has a player like that ever gone to a 73-win team?
Absolutely not.
Have they ever gone to a 65-win team?
There's never been a 73-win team.
Have they ever gone to a 65-win team?
No.
Have they ever gone to a 60-win team?
No. Well, Rodman wasn't a top 3 player, so never mind.
Yeah, no, none of them. No, people could be like, oh, well, what Charles did was Charles went and joined with Hakeem and Drexler.
No,
Charles was 33. That team had 47 wins, and that team was all 33 and 34-year-olds.
You stop right there, because I have a big problem with this. I have a big problem with this argument. I have a big problem with this argument. I'll tell you why. Because yes, he played for 3 teams. Okay, 1992 in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
They were pretty much running him out of Philadelphia at that point for the spinning incident, and there was, he was taking a lot of heat in Philadelphia. Racism, wink, wink. Why is he's black and he's married to a white woman? So his days in Philadelphia were numbered anyway. He didn't choose the team he went to. He was traded. All right, that's number one.
Okay, we're talking about the Rocket thing now.
No, I'm getting there. I'm talking about just the Phoenix thing.
No, okay. Well, we're talking about the Rockets. So.
Okay. He also said, and you can believe him or not believe him. It's up to you. He said he claimed he never wanted to leave Phoenix, but they betrayed him, like you said, when he was 33. He didn't choose his team.
No.
No one was beating Chicago then.
It was a 47-win team. It wasn't a 73-win team.
Hakeem and Drexler were clearly
Hakeem, Drexler, and Barkley were all way older than KG, Pierce, and Allen were when they teamed up.
Mm-hmm. This would have been like if they did it in like 2000.
This would have been like this would have been like if Durant did this in 6 years, and Curry and Thompson were like dying. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
And they had won 47 wins. That's different.
Now I'm gonna make it. No, I don't consider Charles Barkley a ring chaser.
Oh, he ring chased, but it's different to ring chase. Was Ray Bork a ring chaser?
Yeah.
Okay. When you leave to go somewhere at the end of your career to win, but you're ring chasing when you're at the end of your career, that is one thing. When you leave at the peak of your career,
28 years old,
as one of the best players in the league, to go hop on someone's dick to get an easy ring, that's wrong.
Easy ring, easy several rings.
Well, we don't know. Listen, maybe the basketball gods will spite them and they'll all get smited down with some disease. Like Klay Thompson will get I don't know, Zika virus and can't walk again. And Draymond Green will kick someone in the balls and they'll shoot him in the head. And who knows? Lots of things could happen.
Charles was traded twice and he didn't pick his team. So this is way worse because people will call Charles a hypocrite.
Oh, people will say things about the Celtics still. Oh, KG, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce said no, they didn't. Paul Pierce was.
They were all traded here.
Yeah, Ray Allen was traded here and had no real. I mean, he said he okayed it, but he didn't. He didn't pick Boston. And KG, they had to talk him into coming here. And it was a huge deal. They sent 5,000 things for KG. They're still sending players for KG, probably. It was the most. It was the most players ever traded for one guy.
Can they take a Leonard?
Yeah, we probably will trade him. This is part of the KG deal still.
Please.
That was the most. What was it? 8 players in draft picks?
No, it wasn't that many. It was at least 3 draft picks, I think. It was Gomes, Al Jefferson, Sebastian Telfair, Gerald Green, and I think one more guy who I can't even think of.
And 3 draft picks. 8 players in draft picks for one guy.
Right.
It was either 7 or 8. It was the most players in draft picks ever traded for one person in the history of the league.
And I was being criticized around here, and I said, no, this is a fucking no-brainer. It's Kevin Garnett.
No, of course you do it. But Minnie was never getting a better deal.
No, but I'm saying, you and I, obviously, it's a no-brainer, you do it, but there were people...
I know, there was people that were Green Team was Al Jefferson's the future of the league. You could be a 20-time All-Star. I'm yeah, or you could suck.
Even Heisen was yeah, you gotta do this.
You gotta do it.
It's Kevin Garnett. But, by the way, if they had signed Durant on Monday, yeah, I would have been stoked, no question about it. That still wouldn't have been as big as getting Garnett in 07.
Would be close.
Garnett's a better player, in my opinion.
For his career?
My opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion.
At this point, at least. We'll see.
All right. So I'm gonna do something that I rarely do on the show.
This is the thing, though. I am not mad that we didn't get Durant.
I'm mad at the team he went to. Even if he went to San Antonio, I would have
been a little pissed if he went to San Antonio because I would have thought it was similar.
Not like this.
This was the worst thing ever.
Not like
no player this high up has ever done this with a team that half as good.
I'm going to do something that I very rarely do in the show, and I'm going to defend LeBron James here. Because LeBron James honestly looks magnanimous after what happened Monday. LeBron left Cleveland in 2010. He had the decision. Can't defend him there. I was a big LeBron fan prior to that moment. That's the part that made me say, wow, this guy's a douche, and it soured me on him. Okay? Decision, awful. getting on stage in uniform, parading around like dancing around like a bunch of idiots and saying not one, not two, not three. Awful. Okay? Absolutely inexcusable, immature, disrespectful, any adjective you want to throw out there. In 2010, did LeBron James have anyone on his Cavalier team as good as Russell Westbrook?
No.
Or Serge Ibaka?
No. That's one of the things that I try to defend
Adams,
LeBron on.
any of those guys?
LeBron couldn't beat the Celtics. Did he go join the Celtics?
That would have been awesome.
It would have, but
would
how
have
bad
the
for the league would that
19
have been?
Awful.
How much of a bitch would that make LeBron look like?
Actually, you know what?
Would LeBron look like a huge bitch if he had joined the Celtics?
You know what, though? The Celtics are such a huge, like, moneymaker for the league. Like, David Stern probably would have been like, yeah, go to the Boston Celtics.
And then we just got to get one more guy to the Lakers. We'll have 20 times in a row.
Oh, by the way, the people, for the record, I've heard this in the last few days, too. They're like, well, why didn't Adam Silver block it?
Can't block free agency.
Right. David Stern blocked Chris Paul. Like, Chris Paul, that was a proposed trade. Wasn't free agency. And I think, to his credit, even though I thought he was a horrible commissioner, David Stern blocked that because he's like, yeah, my league will die if I let him go to the Lakers. Because the whole friggin' league was going to the Lakers. So, LeBron did not have anyone close to as good as Russell Westbrook in Cleveland.
No.
No.
Not even close.
Okay, he
didn't join a team that won 73 games.
That Cavs team didn't blow a 3-1 lead in the conference finals, and they probably would have won the finals too if they played Cleveland. Let's be honest here. They let that championship run slip through their fingers. To your point, I'm sure LeBron James called Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade and orchestrated the whole thing. Like even
they knew it years before.
Okay.
They wanted to play with each other because they're friends.
That's fine. Miami was a first-round playoff exit in 2010.
Yeah, they weren't that good. They were a 47-win team,
They were not a 73-win team. I know I'm echoing what you're saying right now.
Yes.
But it's just such a bitch move.
No, I mean, okay, let's talk about MVPs that have gone to other teams, okay? Previous MVPs.
Before going to...
Won an MVP and then went to another team.
Okay.
That had the most wins in the league.
Well, Wilt.
Bill Walton.
No, Wilt did it.
No, went to a team that had the most wins in the league after being an MVP previously in their career.
I was talking... No, Wilt in 68. The Sixers had the best record in the league in 68. He won the MVP, and then he demanded a trade and went to the Lakers. So that's one of them.
No.
Are you just
players that went to a team that had the most wins already, and they were previously an MVP in there?
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, Shaquille O'Neal did it when he went to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Right.
He was like 80.
But he was like 90 years old.
Yeah, completely different. Bill Walton did it when he went to the 86 Celtics.
Not the same. He was coming off the bench.
I agree.
He wasn't in his prime.
He wasn't 70.
Huge part of that team. And I love you, Bill. But
he wasn't like 78 Bill Walton.
He wasn't 78 MVP, best player in the world, Bill Walton, right?
This Kevin Durant is at his peak in prime.
He's joining a team that just won 73 games.
Who already has the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
It's indefensible.
Bill Simmons said earlier, this is the first time since Russell Celtics that a team has 4 top 10 players in one team. It's just so bad.
I don't know if Draymond and Clay are definitely top 10 players.
You get his idea. You get what he's going.
It's also different back then because that team they had 9 teams in the league.
By the way, my Uncle Tom is so upset about it. He really thought he was coming. He was calling me like, "You're gonna owe that guy $500 because he's coming." Oh, by the way, Leo says I can't collect. Leo says that's my friend. You can't take his money. I'll give you the $500. I'm like, no, that's bullshit. I want from him because
you gotta collect, yeah.
Leo's like, I'll give you the $500. I'm like, no, that's not right. You didn't make the bet. He made the bet. I mean, he's like Eddie Mush. Like, you can't take his money. But my Uncle Tom made a good comparison on Monday when we had everybody over here. This would be like he's making a comparison here. This would be like in 1963 if like Elgin Baylor went to the Celtics or Oscar Robertson went to the Celtics. Like, that's what this is. That's like the closest like equivalent.
Or if like Wilt went to the Celtics.
I think Wilt would have fucked it up somehow. Honestly. He would have complained to Red like, I'm not getting enough shots. I'm not getting to play enough defense because of that Russell. No, but seriously, they freaking won 8 championships in a row. Could you imagine adding Elgin Baylor or Oscar Robinson to that team? They would have won 80 games every single season.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun to watch. The NBA is not going to be fun to watch. I mean, it is and it isn't. Okay, it's going to be fun because you're going to get to watch how incredibly awesome Golden State's going to be. You're going to get to see a team win 75, 76, 77 fucking games. Who the hell knows? If they win less than 73, if they don't win at least 74, they're a fucking disgrace. Okay? Unless they have tons of injuries. It's true, right?
You know what would be great?
You're going to want to watch them and root against them. They're the new evil empire.
The flip side of that, though?
They're the most hated team in sports. They got to be.
How awesome would it be if they were all fighting over the ball and it really didn't work?
Could be awesome. This is what's going to happen. They're going to go to the finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I'm going to have to root for LeBron James to kill them. I'm literally going to have to root for LeBron to put up like 40, 15, 15 a night just so he can beat Golden State so I can make sure Kevin Durant doesn't get a ring.
You heard it.
And what sucks is I used to really like Kevin Durant.
You heard it, too.
And I used to root for the Golden State Warriors.
Listen to me.
And now will never like...
listen to me.
I don't want Kevin Durant if he tries to come next year.
Listen to me.
If Kevin Durant after next year wants to come to the Celtics, I say no. No good, sir. We do not need your services. You are a bitch, and we get him out of here. No, we don't want Kevin.
I will root next summer for LeBron James to pass Larry Bird in championships, just to keep Golden State from winning it.
Yeah, that's. No, I want. There was a rumor. It's never gonna happen. Had to be a rumor that they were gonna try to trade away Kevin Love and somebody else and like a couple picks to OKC for Westbrook. So that'd be
entertaining.
It would be Kyrie, Westbrook, and LeBron.
Well, Russ could play the 1, and then Kyrie could just slide over the 2 guard anyway.
Oh, vice versa, either way. I mean, Westbrook's
both like
point guard, but yeah. Neither one of them are true points, but they can both score.
But anyway, that's the lowdown on KD. I'm done with you, bro. We're done. We're done here.
We're done.
But let's shift gears and talk about trade options for the Celtics now, because there's already been a couple of rumors out there. 3 big names that I've heard to pair with Horford and Isaiah. I've heard Westbrook. I've heard Butler.
Westbrook, you're trading away everybody.
Boogie Cousins. Okay, those.
Westbrook, it's like, all right, we're trading our owner. We're trading the fans.
Can we trade Wick?
Yeah. One of our hoops, so we'll only have one hoop at the TD, and we're gonna trade all our draft picks from here till eternity, and any extra cap space we have, plus Crowder, Isaiah.
I'll tell you what. If Westbrook had one more year after this year, I'd give them whatever they want.
I'm not doing it for 1 year.
No, you can't do it for 1 year. Can't. Too much risk. Because I'll tell you what, he's a SoCal guy.
Leave.
He's going to go to the Lakers. If you get him to agree to an extension before making the deal, then God bless him.
I'm sure he goes to the Lakers, though.
He's going to the Lakers.
I'd go to the Clippers if I'm him.
That's assuming Chris Paul is off the team.
No.
He is a free agent next year.
Or I can make it work and see if
he is a free agent. Chris Paul is a free agent next year. So that's very plausible that the Clippers could say bye-bye to Chris Paul and then sign Westbrook.
Maybe Danny's going to go get Chris Paul like 6 years too late.
Because he couldn't get him in 2011. But, so Westbrook is out there.
Cousins is still out there. Cousins has been out there for 5 years.
I love the player. I'm talking about Westbrook now. You know I'm a Westbrook guy. Big time.
You love Westbrook.
And quite frankly, what's not to like? However, you can't do it for 1 year. And by the way, everyone's like, oh, Sam Presti might hold on to him till at least the deadline. He knows he's out of here. He's probably already working the phone. It was going to be hard to keep him with Durant here. Without Durant?
Yeah. That's one of the reasons Durant might have left. Let's be real.
Do you buy that? That they just couldn't coexist on the court?
Well, yeah. I do, because I watched a team where you couldn't tell who the best player was. Repeatedly.
You can win with 2 alphas, though. We've been over this.
Can you, though?
Celtics did.
Who?
They had Garnett and Pierce, 2 alphas. They're like 1 and 1A on that team, and you know them, right?
Garnett was the best player probably all around, but
it was Pierce's team.
Right. He deferred on the offensive end.
I'm saying it can be done.
He deferred on the offensive end.
It can be done.
He deferred on the offensive end.
He still averaged like 19 a game.
What happened in 2011 when LeBron joined Wade? Did they win that year?
They did not.
Why? Because neither one of them was deferring. Then the next year when Wade deferred to LeBron, They won a title.
And the Celtics spit up on themselves, and yeah.
But they won a title.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard to win with... How many balls is there, Scotty? What they always say. It's only one ball. Now listen, Pippen was never going to be the man to Jordan, obviously. So he had one out.
I have a migraine. Actually, I'm not gonna. I have migraine, so I'm not gonna make fun of him for that. But you're not throwing up the last play for me. I'm out of here. Fuck you.
Okay.
This guy gets such a bitch. What are you looking up?
Hold on.
Looking up like a porno here, like Wade spread legs, like LeBron. What?
Spread arms. Okay.
What are you looking at?
This is the one photo that explains what Wade did. Okay? You guys can't see this, obviously. What happened was Wade got the ball and he stole it. It was a breakaway, and he lobbed a pass up to LeBron for a dunk, with no one able to get them. And Wade's just spreading his arms, saying, "Here's the best player in the world, guys. I'm just the harbinger of Jesus Christ, LeBron James." And he just threw the ball up, and LeBron dunks. When Wade started to defer to LeBron, that's why they won championships. You can't win with two alphas. So you know what's going to happen? Steph Curry's going to have to defer to KD. He's going to have to. He's going to have to. Maybe he'll have 14 assists next year, Steph Curry, even though he's not that great of a point guard. We'll see. He's going to have to because they can't have 14 guys trying to score 25 points.
That's why I think they're really. This is going to be. Steve Kerr is going to earn his money next year because he has to get these guys to coexist.
He isn't. So all he's going to say, he's going to have to make them coexist, but no one's ever had this much talent ever. Steve Kerr, if he wins like 17 titles, I'm going to be like, yeah, but look at the teams you had, guy. Like, I don't even want to hear about what the teams Red had or the teams that Popovich had or Phil Jackson. No, look at the teams that Kerr has.
The 60s Celtics team had like 9 Hall of Famers on it.
It was different though because every team had like 5 Hall of Famers minimum, so it was like there was 9 teams.
No, but every team had 2 Hall of Famers and the Celtics had 8. That's why they won like 8.
Shrink the league down now to 9 teams, and Celtics gonna have 6 All-Stars. You know what I mean? But if you don't have the 6 right All-Stars, you're not winning championships.
Yeah, it'd be awesome though.
What if you're not winning championships? So what if your All-Stars are like, okay, you got Blake Griffin, Al Horford, you got Rajon Rondo, you know what I mean?
No,
you got Noah back.
No Rondo.
You got
Isaiah.
Yeah, now you got Isaiah. Look at the I'm like, what is this? 2011?
Oh well. Look.
I'm listening.
Go out and get Boogie Cousins. Just go get him. He's 26 years old, 27 and 12. Danny's already hinted at it. He said that we need a center. I give up the Brooklyn picks. Why keep them and draft 2 more Jaylen Browns? Go get Boogie Cousins. And that's going to help you get another free agent next summer. Go get him.
You can fit another free agent next summer if you get him.
Boogie Cousins?
Yeah, I don't know how much he's making compared to what
he makes like $16 million a year.
Yeah, I don't know how much he'll have.
That's like completely reasonable.
Oh, like reasonable. That's like a huge. Yeah, that's like Solomon Hill money. That's the thing. Like anybody that's on an old deal, they're great. Let me talk about the Red Sox real quick.
We done with basketball?
Yeah.
We done with KD?
We're done with all that.
Done with KD? We done with that motherfucker?
We're done with him.
You're such a bullshitter though.
Red Sox are third place.
He wants to come here next summer. You're all.
No, I don't want him.
Yeah,
I don't want him.
So full of
I don't
crap.
want him. I don't want someone like that on my team.
You're so full of crap, man.
I don't want him. I don't want him. I'll never. He's mentally weak. You've said that LeBron's mentally weak multiple times. That's always been your thing. KD is 20 times weaker than LeBron mentally.
He might be.
I don't want him.
He might be.
I don't want him on this team ever.
Chris Mannix is reporting the Celtics may unload all their assets for Westbrook. Again, I think that's a mistake. We just touched on that a second ago. I want Cousins. Go get Danny. Go get him. He's the real deal. I don't think he would act up here. I think Stevens can control him. I think he would thrive in this environment. Okay? I think he'd do really well here.
I don't know. Anyways, Red Sox in third place. If they care.
Dude, if they traded for Boogie, you wouldn't be happy with that?
Depends what they gave up.
What if it's like Marcus Smart and 2 Brooklyn picks?
With Kelly Olynyk? Yes, sure.
Oh, yeah, he has to be in. That's another thing.
Super pumped about that.
That's another thing. They've been saying all week, Kelly Olynyk, he was at the meeting, he's part of our core. Kelly Olynyk is really part of your core.
He fucking sucks.
Then you got fucking problems, and I seriously can, worry about you running my basketball team if you consider Kelly Olynyk part of your core.
They're like, but he's a big that can hit the three. I'm like, no, he's not good.
He's awful. He's the worst Celtic ever. Ever.
I don't know about ever, but he
Think
sucks.
about worst Celtic.
A worst Celtic.
See? Look how long it's taken him.
Well, because you literally asked me to think of the worst player ever that played for the Celtics.
Right, it's Kelly Olynyk.
No.
Done.
If I can go back of like 5 years,
Like
6 years.
Like, he might be a little bit better than, like, Jerome Moiso, but that's it. Going back to 2012.
Just going to pick a random season and set to look. Each one more.
Better than Kelly Olynyk.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
That Ryan Hollins, better than Kelly Olynyk.
Oh, the rest of the team I'm not even going to touch because they're all better than Kelly Olynyk. Each one more was pretty fucking shitty. Keep looking. Yeah, Randolph sucked. Shavlik Randolph.
I don't even know who that is, but he's better than Kelly Olynyk.
He's just a big fucking goofy looking dude.
Better than Kelly Olynyk.
I don't think so.
Better
The
than
rest of
Kelly
that team
Olynyk.
better than Kelly Olynyk.
Kelly Olynyk is the softest player I've ever watched, especially for his size. Can't look at this team. He's on that team. You can't look at that team. He's already on the team. Can't look at him.
That's fair enough. Because the rest of the players are probably better than him.
All right, exactly. Worst Celtic ever.
So 2010, 2011. Hold on.
No, we're done. No, we're done. You got to say like Luke Herringody, and he was still better than Kelly Olynyk.
No, actually, that whole team was way better than Kelly Olynyk.
Even the Doc.
Listen to this. This is probably the deepest team ever. Just so everyone knows. And I mean in basketball history. I'm not saying the greatest team. I'm saying deepest. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, Rajon Rondo, Jeff Green, Delonte West, Jermaine O'Neal, Glenn Davis, Nenad Kirstic, Shaquille O'Neal, Troy Murphy, Von Wafer. That's the deepest team in the history of the league. Ever. Sorry, it just is.
Okay.
I didn't say the best team ever.
You want to talk about the Red Sox? Go ahead. A little over an hour. Go ahead.
They're in third place. Still have a shitty manager. They can still hit the ball.
By the way,
Still can't pitch.
when Souza Jr. hit that ball like 900 feet, like foul in left field, the best is, and Eckersley, if you watch watch like the Sox and two, like he's ripping Farrell the whole inning, saying like this guy has no idea what the hell he's doing. Like what is he doing? Why isn't anyone up?
That's what the people on the radio were saying too. Like, why isn't somebody up yet?
He's on the phone getting the pitcher up finally with the bases loaded, and he's like going like this, like watching the ball, like oh, is it going fast? Is it going foul? The guy should not be managing.
I can't deal with him. No, he's horrible.
What else we got? You want to talk about the All-Star game?
I mean, we'll talk about the All-Star game in a moment, but
what are you gonna say?
Orioles are about to get bypassed for first place too.
By the
team that we picked.
The team we said all along they were 100 games out. They'll still win that division.
The Blue Jays.
The Orioles have the worst starting pitching in the American League, worse than the Red Sox.
I don't know.
If Chris Tillman wasn't in this rotation, that rotation would just be lost into oblivion.
Sorry, that's probably the best photo ever.
No way.
They were in Celtics.
No
Uniforms
way.
would be fucking having a hot on right now.
No way.
Pretty good, Scotty. You ever watch it live? I mean, the assist is just like boom.
You know how many times I've seen LeBron play live? Probably 6 or 7 times. I was at that playoff game in 2010 where he had like 45 points in the first quarter. It was unbelievable. Fucking hate Kelly Olynyk, man.
I know you do.
Fucking sucks.
But the All-Star game, just about everybody's right. For positional players, everyone's right.
Yeah, Sal Perez is starting at catcher. No argument there. Hosmer at first. Altuve at second. Xander Bogaerts at short. Well deserved. Machado at third base. Outfield is Trout, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Mookie. With David Ortiz as your DH. You can't really argue any of those. I gotta say this too. You know, like, not that you're not a Mookie guy, but I think I was always a bigger Mookie guy than you. I said, like, before the season, he's like a mini Andrew McCutchen. Right now, he's better than Andrew McCutchen. Look at Mookie's stats. Get some Mookie stats up there. He's sitting, I think he's sitting over 300. He's got 18 home runs, about 55 RBIs. He's on pace to steal over 30 bases. He's going to cruise into 30-30 status.
Current stats right here. 299 with an OPS of 866. 18 home runs, 58 RBIs,
197 total bases.
13 stolen bases.
Beast.
He's not going to cruise into 30-30.
Yeah, I think he'll swipe 30 bags. About halfway there now, anyway.
Tell you what I don't want.
What's that?
I don't want Dumbo fucking up this team trying to get pitching. And fucking up the prospects trying to get pitching.
We've talked, you know what, we've talked about that.
If they're not going to win the World Series this year, forget about it.
You know what, though?
It's fine.
There's going to be pressure on him because it's Ortiz's last year to make a move. I'm not saying it's right, but there's going to be pressure on him to do something.
Well, tell him to avoid the fucking pressure. Figure it out.
There's going to be pressure on him to do something, man. It's Ortiz's last year. They want him to have a crack at the postseason. That's the way it is. Who you got up there? Bogaerts?
Yeah, looking at Bogart's stats. Love Bogarts. I don't want to trade any of the guys.
I think those are the only two untouchables. I think Betts and Bogaerts, unless you're getting Kershaw straight up, I think they're untouchable.
I like Bradley. I mean, I'm not saying
I do too. I do too, but if you can get like throw someone out there, like if
Sonny Gray.
No, like if the White Sox call you and you can, let's say that they want Henry Owens. Okay, Henry Owens, that outfield that they have Benintendi and Bradley for Chris Sale. Do you consider doing that? I think you got to.
Yeah, but I don't want to trade
That's a top five.
Benintendi.
He's a top 5 player in baseball. Benintendi, I don't think it's a huge loss. I don't think it's a huge loss because you got Betts.
Yeah, but your outfield for the future is Bradley, Betts, Benintendi.
Yeah, you can always sign an outfielder though. Red Sox got more money than God. That's a beautiful part of baseball. There's no salary cap.
That's why they can just sign a bunch of people next year that can pitch. Keep all your prospects.
Yeah, the Red Sox have always overrated their prospects.
Well,
these kids
prospects are always overrated in general.
These kids are all studs, don't get me wrong, but
it's not the Red Sox overrate their prospects. The prospects get overrated by fan bases in general. But this is
that's Marcus Smart's gonna be a player.
That's Marcus Smart. Like, he's gotta be untouchable. So good. See him in the playoffs.
No, see, that's the problem.
He's developing.
See, that's the problem. Guys like Marcus Smart and Kelly Olynyk are untouchable, and they fucking suck. That's the problem.
And they're untouchable because they have the fucking plague. They're goddamn lepers.
Well,
I don't want to touch them if I'm an opposing GM.
Well, they're untouchable because none of the other GMs want them, so they just have this idea in their head.
They're like fucking lepers. They're like, get that guy away from me.
I don't want Kelly Olynyk. I want my
Danny's like, clearly they didn't want to rip me off. These guys are just awesome. They're untouchable.
I don't want my team in like fucking pigtails, like looking like Fabio. I don't want Kelly Olynyk.
But no, Bradley's really freaking good, dude. He's 293. And I think he's come back down to earth to some extent. His OPS is still better than both the other guys. He plays incredible defense. I understand he's a little bit older. He's not as much of a quote-unquote sure thing, but We've seen what he can do.
This is who the Celtics should sign.
No.
Gigi Tatone.
No. Get him off the phone. Okay? Let's talk about the NFL. I got no hockey talk at all. Zero.
There's no hockey talk.
Nothing
anyway.
to talk about. Don't care about anything that's been happening in hockey. I didn't really care about the draft that much. Didn't care about free agency that much other than we didn't get Stamkos. The NFL. Number one, supposedly Malcolm Butler might hold out. Supposedly. Who knows? It's not
Possible. Possible. Would you blame him if he did?
That's a hard thing to say. I would blame him from the fact that he's the one doing it, so sure. But would I be mad at him for doing it, especially when he makes way less money than he deserves? No. That's how football works, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to be able to get more money, really. What do you think? Bill's just going to say, all right, that's fine, we'll just give you $10 million a year this year then?
No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
See, the only thing with the NFL is you don't play, you don't get paid.
Right. He doesn't accrue a season. He doesn't get to be a free agent again. He just still has to make the $900,000 or whatever the hell it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous, but that's the way it is. Now, I think that we're going to have to hear about the Brady thing soon.
Well, we've been saying that.
We have to soon. I think maybe it's good for Brady that we haven't heard anything yet.
Because they're really conflicted and think that it should be heard.
Possibly. I mean, if it was just like we're not going to hear it, wouldn't you think we had already got that back by now?
I don't know, man. I think the only game, even if Garoppolo plays the first 4 weeks, I think the only game they could lose is Arizona.
I don't care. I want Brady to play.
I do too, but that might be out of our control. So
No, not might be out of our control. It's definitely out of our control.
Well, it is out of our control. Right. But you get what I'm saying.
I have no control if Tom Brady plays. Like, if he dies tomorrow or he doesn't get a rehearing or they don't listen to it en banc or whatever.
Well, this leads me into my other question here. Second Circuit says go screw. We're not hearing it, right? They appeal to the Supreme Court. How long does that take?
I don't know. I would have to think. There's a good chance, I think, that he's going to play regardless this year.
Because
if they say we're not hearing it, they're going to say, all right, let's try the Supreme Court, and then I'm presuming that's going to take a bit, and they're just going to give him a stay, and he's going to not serve his suspension yet.
What makes you think that the Second Circuit wouldn't take it, but the Supreme Court would?
I'm not sure they would, but I'm just saying, if it's going to be 8, 12 more weeks or whatever, and it's going to be the middle of the season, and they might push it off anyways. They might ask, can you do it at this date? See, I don't even think the league really cares about Brady being suspended anymore.
It's all about,
they just want to win.
Yeah. Because they've lost every other case.
Right. So Goodell has to flex his muscle and be like, we win. I think Goodell would be fine if he was like, all right, how about you drop your appeal and having them try to rehear it again? And we'll waive the suspension, but you admit that I win. I'm the winner. I'm Roger Goodell and I win.
Brady would still say, go fuck yourself.
Probably would. Also, the NFL Top 100 came out.
They almost always get it wrong, by the way.
No, I don't. Well, you have way more issues with it than I do. Is it right here?
I understand how it's.
No.
I understand how it works. Cam Newton still shouldn't have been number one.
I don't have a huge issue with Cam Newton being number one.
Cam Newton's a fucking bum.
The best thing I can say is Tom Brady is still.
Where was he last year?
Brady?
No, Newton was even
Newton,
on.
He was like 70.
Was he even on the list?
Yeah. I mean, Cam Newton killed it for most of the season, Scotty.
Then in the biggest game of his life, he played like a dog.
Yeah, he was 73 last year. Tom Brady ranked number 2. Tom Brady's been ranked in the top 5.
Top 3.
I think it's top 4. But
whatever.
Well, I just use top 5 as
a ridiculous amount.
Top 4.
I'm surprised Peyton wasn't number 1.
Yeah, Peyton Manning, best player in the league.
Did he even make the list?
No.
Okay.
It's retired.
Good.
Number 1.
Good.
Tom Brady moved up from last year. He was number 3. This year he's number 2.
Gronk was way too low.
Gronk was 9.
Way.
I'll read the top
too
10 to
low.
everybody in actual order. Cam Newton, number 1. Tom Brady, number 2. J.J. Watt, number 3. Antonio Brown, number 4. Adrian Peterson, number 5. Aaron Rodgers, number 6. Luke Kuechly, number 7. Julio Jones, number 8. Rob Gronkowski, number 9. And Odell Beckham Jr., number 10.
Ridiculous.
I don't have a problem
I'll do my top 5. And no, Cam Newton's not in my top 5.
That's fine.
Call me a jerk all you want. I don't care. I'm not high on the guy. I think he's a bum.
Okay.
We were all waiting for it last year. It took to the Super Bowl, but it finally happened. He fell apart. Number 1 in the league, I'm going to... Rodgers or Brady. You have Brady 1 and Rodgers. If you have Brady 1 and Rodgers 2, I'm fine with that. If Rodgers 1, Brady 2, I'm fine with that too. So I can't even pick there. Number 3, I'm going to have to go with Antonio Brown. Number 4, I got Gronk. Number 5, I got J.J. Watt. That's my top 5 in order.
Okay, number 1, I'm going Rodgers. Number 2, I'm going J.J. Watt. Number 3, I'm going Tom Brady. Okay. Number 4, I'm going probably Kuechly.
Over Antonio Brown?
Yeah. And then number 5, I'll pick Gronkowski.
Where do you have Antonio Brown? It's best receiver.
6.
Best receiver in the world.
Okay.
I would have Kuechly 6. That's why I have a big problem with Cam Newton being number 1. I don't think he's the best player in his team. I think Kuechly is.
I'm splitting hairs here, though. These guys are all ridiculous.
Yeah, Cam Newton's ridiculous. He doesn't fall on a fumble in the 4th quarter of a Super Bowl. Sucks. It's a bum. It's a dog. Fuck.
Look, I was very irate at that.
Julio, by the way, Adrian Peterson, he had a good year, but way too high at 5.
Oh, he shouldn't be a 5.
Way
That's
too
absurd. That's the worst. He should be like 20, maybe.
He would have, dude, look at, he would have 57 spots.
I don't remember last year, though. That's why.
Dude, if you're going up 57 spots and you're the 5th best player in the league ranked, you better have rushed for 2,000 yards. He didn't do that. He fumbled in the playoff game. Cost him the game. It wasn't the kicker who cost him the game. It was AP who cost him the game.
It's a pretty good list.
I think Gronk is way too low. I think Russell Wilson was too low.
I think the fact the Patriots got no defenders other than Chandler Jones in there is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, High should have been on the list.
Hightower should have been on the
Yeah,
list.
Collins.
Jamie Collins, probably. I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, I'm not saying like there should have been top 20 guys, but like 60s, 70s, 80s, you don't have Hightower or Collins in there?
Jimmy Collins made a Pro Bowl and an All-Pro team.
And he didn't make the top 100.
It was All-Pro too, but still, I'd probably say he's a top 100 player. After that,
After that, who cares? Really. I only pay attention to it when it gets to top 10 anyway. But still pretty good to pass have 2 top 10 guys. You got anything else?
not really.
Alright. So I guess we'll call that a night. Be sure to check us out on www.gamesofvengeance.com, which is up for renewal, by the way. Check us out on Chris and Cash Podcast on YouTube. Hopefully in the next 6 weeks or so we'll be on SoundCloud and it'll be a little bit easier for you guys to use and listen to us. But have a good one. We'll see you next
Va
week.
Portugal!
And O'Keefe wants Portugal to win. I don't know why. He's Irish. I don't know why he cares. Why do you care?
Cristiano Ronaldo's my favorite player, number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, my wife and kid are Portuguese, so I'm going to root for them.
Laura's mostly Irish, isn't she?
No, she's half Portuguese, half Irish.
What, her mother was Portuguese?
Yeah.
And her father's Irish?
Yep.
So just those 2 things?
Yep.
Okay. So Anthony's a quarter Portuguese.
Yep.
So a quarter of Anthony wants them to win. Alright. Be sure to check us out. And we'll be coming to you with some all-star coverage next week, I'm sure, too. But see you later.